Spanish would eventually capture the last Incan emperor, tell the Incans to fill up a room of gold and silver in order to free him, then took that gold and silver and then killed the emperor anyway. When the Spanish arrived on the shores of what is now Peru, they encountered the Incans. The Incan Empire was essentially a proto-communist state. It was centralized in its economy, and like many communist economies during the 20th century, their form of currency was essentially labor. And this created a system of forced labor without a currency, quite possibly the most complex society in human history without any formal currency. They did have tons of gold, but despite their lack of currency, they kept their gold, not for coins, but rather for ornamental purposes. They considered it to be the tears of the sun, and the silver to be tears of the moon. The Spanish saw it differently. They believed that this wasn't the result of a crying god, but rather a way to get rich. The Spanish would eventually capture the last Incan emperor, tell the Incans to fill up a room of gold and silver in order to free him, then took that gold and silver and then killed the emperor anyway. Perhaps the Incans got the last laugh though, because the Spanish had gotten so much gold from the Americas that they too created hyperinflation, and much of their power and wealth eventually dwindled and would be replaced and overtaken by far more financially and fiscally responsible empires of the Netherlands, France, and Britain.